Again, and again. Not a day goes by without Boruto. I don't know. I don't have a reason not to talk about this manga. Honestly, the level I'm at right now feels like an addiction. I can't wait for each new chapter to be released. There are so many theories we've discussed, ranging from logical to completely absurd. But the point is, I always strive to provide you, as Boruto fans, with the latest updates about Boruto. And I hope you can always enjoy and appreciate everything I create for you. Oh yeah, there's one thing that might be very important and could be called a mystery that really piques my curiosity. Maybe some of you, especially myself, have wondered about how Boruto's story will end. Will it have a happy ending or even a bad ending? I know this might sound unimportant, but as a fan of Boruto and Naruto, it's something exciting to think about. I admit, perhaps many of you share the same thought as me, that the end of Boruto's story will involve a war against the Otsutsuki if, in the end, the battle between Boruto and Kawaki doesn't happen. Am I right? It might be true that in the Naruto universe, the wars that occurred were against the Otsutsuki, but it seems like in Boruto's universe, the upcoming war will pose an even greater threat compared to Naruto's universe. Actually, Shinju isn't very specific because it was only used as a tool by Madara and Kaguya to realize their desires. Now, in Boruto's universe, Kishimoto seems to want Shinju itself to have its own intention to destroy planet Earth, because basically, the real threat to planet Earth is not the Otsutsuki themselves, but the creatures they bring to destroy a planet. That is the real threat. It is going too far if we say that the final war will be a war against the Otsutsuki. In fact, if we analyze, the Otsutsuki do not really have great power to destroy a planet. They can destroy a planet because of the power of the divine tree itself, or we can also call it Shinju. And that means then the real threat is indeed only Shinju itself. The plan to make Shinju have their own thoughts and instincts should have been analyzed long ago. Unfortunately, we never thought that Shinju could become beings with their own consciousness and instincts. Basically, we never expected at all that Jubi would be made into an entity with a mind of its own and would create clones of powerful shinobi like Sasuke and others. But since the revelation of Koji as a singularity of fate that can see the future, the chance to guess and analyze what will happen in the future might be easy for us to talk about even if it is not 100% accurate. If we compare in the Naruto universe, to guess something from the worst possibility that will happen to Naruto and the future, we only rely on Gamamaru. He always gives clues as to how Naruto can overcome the big problems that will occur in the future. But things that are sensitive or can give full leakage to the story will usually be put at the end. For example, like Naruto, who will be predicted to be friends with the Biju. Well, if in the Boruto universe, the basis of our theory is Kashin Koji. He said that there were many events in the future that could make Boruto die at the hands of Jura. Boruto must avoid these worst cases as much as possible so that planet Earth can be saved. And in chapter 13, maybe it can be said that it is a chapter where all speculation and the worst possibilities can be avoided easily, or even the opposite. Apparently, Kashin Koji had told Boruto about this first. The proof is that we never saw Boruto attack Jura first. After the last time we saw Boruto trying to fight Code in Ishiki's dimension, Koji had known from the start that Boruto wouldn't stand a chance after facing the evolved Jubi. That's why he asked Boruto to retreat. However, Boruto ignored Koji's words and instead prepared to fight Hidari. Fortunately, Boruto managed to escape after facing a tough situation where Matsuri almost sealed his body with her power. Since then, it seems Boruto has started to take Kashin Koji's words seriously and has begun following everything he says. For example, we see Boruto moving to Konoha after Koji tells him that the Divine Tree people have moved. Boruto did manage to defeat Hidari in Konoha. However, Jura, who felt threatened by the existence of Boruto, who knew about Togedama, immediately intended to kill Boruto after he learned how to restore humans who became trees with Togedama. And since Jura has decided to kill Boruto first, Boruto is now the top priority who must die first. And evidently, Jura ordered Matsuri to look for clues about Boruto and also Kashin Koji, which is currently not fully revealed. So, what will happen after this? How will this war continue? And it seems Jura must find out how he can stop Boruto's teleportation. Maybe by letting Matsuri investigate Boruto and his partner. Jura wanted Matsuri to at least get information on how Boruto's teleportation ability worked. because Boruto's teleportation ability is a very troublesome ability. This ability can make Boruto move anywhere he wants. Even if Jura and the Shinju split up to attack their targets, Boruto will still be able to save the people targeted by the Shinju as long as there is Kashin Koji watching their targets and carrying Boruto's medal. Killing Kashin Koji is indeed the first step to reducing the effectiveness of Boruto's Hireishin technique. But the question now is whether Koji has a limit to summoning his toads. If he has no such limit, then Koji could easily create more toads that could be placed in various corners to serve as mediums for transporting the metal Boruto uses to teleport. However, their usefulness doesn't stop there. These toads could also be utilized as spies, particularly for monitoring the situation in Konoha. So the problem that Shinju needs to address is the controller of Koji's toads. Shinju must know that even if they kill the toads, it won't benefit them. They need to find the source, the person who creates those toads. Maybe Code will kill Koji first before he really kills Boruto, because after all, Jura has entrusted this mission to Code. And there seems to be something interesting if Koji is allowed to meet with Code, because inevitably, Koji will definitely tell Code about what kind of future awaits him later. Koji might change Code's mind, or even the opposite. The opposite means that Code becomes even more eager to realize his wishes. Then, after Koji is killed, Boruto will have difficulty dealing with the Shinju one by one. The person he was supposed to protect will be eaten by the Divine Tree Man. But for this case, I'm not so sure if Koji will easily die at the hands of Code. Because after all, Koji's abilities cannot be underestimated, especially since he is also a cyborg who managed to reveal Ishiki, who was inside Jigen's body. But with the situation and condition of Code, who has removed the limiter, this sounds exciting if one of them has to fight each other. But for sure, behind it all, perhaps Kawaki will help Boruto eliminate all of them, only for us to eventually see Boruto having to fight Kawaki. Kawaki still wants to achieve his goal of killing Boruto. By killing Boruto, Momoshiki's threat to Naruto would be completely eradicated. However, when it comes to Naruto, things remain very difficult to predict. What fate awaits him in the future? I know Naruto is an iconic character and holds an emotional place in every fan's heart, but if in the end, before the Otsutsuki are completely wiped out from this world, could it be possible that Koji, knowing Naruto is sealed, convinces Kawaki to free him? You might not understand why I'm saying this, but one thing is certain. Kurama has returned. Imagine if Naruto were to return and have Kurama's chakra like before. And imagine if Himawari and Boruto also had the same Kurama chakra. Is it impossible to think that the way to save the world lies in freeing Naruto? By freeing Naruto, this would become a family struggle to save the world from the threat of the Divine Tree beings. I know this sounds incredibly dramatic, but is it really impossible, guys? Is it impossible for Kurama, together with Himawari and Naruto, to help Boruto destroy the Divine Tree beings and free the world from their threat? If this happens, it would be the perfect ending. But anyway, what do you think? Do you have a more plausible reason? So, maybe that's it for our discussion this time. I'm Nim. Thanks for those of you who have liked and subbed. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye, Dadabayo.